Yeah. Hold on just a second here. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's loading.
Going live where? On YouTube?
Yep. We're live on the
Okay.
YouTube. No
Nice.
swearing. Don't pick your nose. Don't do anything embarrassing. You're live on
Nope.
YouTube. Like, like that.
Should be
And
fine. All right.
all right, we got a
What's up?
couple of people coming in.
What's up, Lauren?
Yeah, Lauren,
Stacy's in the
Stacy coming
house.
in. Jared's coming in. What's going on, Stacy?
Oh man, life is good.
Well, it's pretty good.
That's
It's
awesome.
pretty good.
So, hey, troublemaker,
What? What are you talking about?
thug life over here. What'd you do to the Facebook police?
I have no idea. I was literally chatting with Mike and a couple of other people, and then all of a sudden I get this big page that says, "Ta-da! You've been suspended." I'm like, okay,
Like you've been chatting too much.
yeah,
Thug life. Yeah. All right. Cool.
yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
I got a quick question before anybody, whatever, because it's old school stuff.
yeah,
Okay, because I know you've been working on some new school stuff.
yeah.
New school,
Yep.
like old school meets new school.
Old school. The new school is the new old school. Or
Yeah.
yeah, something.
Yeah. Go into the
I'll show you guys what I just tested in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Okay, before we get into the really super exciting stuff. My thing is like, okay, I've got the reviews. Can we go back to the reviews?
Well,
Okay.
sure.
Is there any way or is there an update so that, like I've got clients that they don't get like all that many reviews and they aren't really that active on their Facebook. And it keeps kicking like, the same review over and over and over again. Is there a way to shuffle that more?
Oh, are you doing like answering the reviews in Pabbly? So you want to grab so I like to use like the one that goes and fetches the old reviews.
Yeah.
That's the one you're using, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me pull it up. It's in the flag like it's the flag at the bottom, the little checkbox where you like reset when it's done. And I think you want to not reset. Let me go to Pabbly. Just a second. Pabbly.com. Let's see what we got here. And
Because I've had a couple of times where that's happened and then
yeah, it looks weird. So
yeah.
there's a little flag for that you just basically tell it to not reset. Just a second. Do. Let's see. Oh, the old and new. And you fetch the reviews. So
Are you going to share a screen?
well, yeah, just calm down.
Are you going to share a screen today
I'm,
or should I?
are you
Oh,
can you
there
see
it
my
is.
screen? Oh my god. Okay. I need you to get all the way up off my back on this one, okay? So reset on execution, you set to no. So no,
Okay.
fetch the latest review and then keep fetching old reviews. So if you get to the end of their reviews, you might want to set, like stop that. So if they don't have, and like if you get like, if they have 50 reviews and you get to the very end of it, then that would do
Stop.
it. Yeah, you might want to just stop that.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yep.
Thank you.
Yep. So what's everybody else up to? Let's all check in. Who hasn't been kicked off Facebook this week? Raise your hand.
Hey, you're in the same boat as Michael, mate. He's got me doing his snapshot course, and I'm celebrating with my cabbage cabbage. That's a hard one to say at the same time. Cabbage badge through my socials, but I've got to send him a screenshot because he can't see it either.
I can't, I don't know what to do, man. It's I'm sitting here, I've been waiting on an appeal since Friday. It's not looking good. I don't know what's and then I had a Facebook rep, like an ads pro call me and want me to start spending a bunch of money on Facebook. I'm like, not happening, dude. Yeah.
Love to. Need help
would
with this
love
first.
would love to do it, but they can't. Well, they're like low level grunts. They can't do it anything. So
What about a Loke, mate? He was jailed off Facebook for ages. Surely
well, he
he's
just
got
couldn't
some
he just
secret
couldn't
contacts.
post. I get to Facebook, and I get this. This is right here. That's it. Does
Oh.
not look good. Yeah. See, so I submitted an appeal, and then it's
Oh.
like, yeah, we'll let you know.
Oh my God, I've seen like
You may have
3.
to come back to Facebook as Patricia.
Yeah. I'll have to do something. So yeah, I lost all max. Like I've had questions for the high level group and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'll just ask it. Like, oh no, I can't.
The
So,
only appeals that I see like that, man, are Google business profile appeals. It's like, God damn it, not another one.
yeah,
Get a submission
again,
together.
yeah. So I have no idea, but I understand that. Like I heard from somebody else, like 10 people they know got slapped on this last week as well. So I don't know that it's kind of like the group glitch, and before that was
I
ad
agree.
accounts getting wiped out, and you know, Facebook's kind of like high level. If you can't test in production, where can you test?
Mm.
So
That's
So
how I
anyway.
roll.
Yeah, do it live. All right. Well, what's everybody up to? Who's got wins? Who's got stuff going on? Who's still on Facebook?
I got beaten up bad.
Beaten up.
Bad. You know, like
How's it?
where you make somebody like you want the deal because you know that like there's like it's good, it's solid, like it's got big picture stuff, right? And so like I got beaten up on the implementation charges. I will never freaking do that again because that it's just like screw that.
Yep.
You
Know
know?
your worth, Stacy.
That's exactly it. Like these, these guys are making tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands a week, and somehow my time is not as yeah.
Well, sure. I mean,
But that's okay. We're getting through it. We're getting through it.
good. But you got a client though, right?
Yeah, I got a couple of clients and then all of their peeps are going to be joining in. So got a new product created that kind of incorporates everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a little bit about what I had shared with you before via the chat on Facebook, which you can't ever
Which I don't have.
visit
Yeah,
ever
which I
again.
can't reference. And I'm about to go into a memory care facility, so you got to refresh my memory. So
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's good. It's really good. I like them a lot, so I can't really, but the implementation side is just it's just a bear. I mean, in terms of just getting things and now everybody really wants like emails warmed up and all that kind of stuff and getting
you
that.
need to Alfonso's on there. You need to talk to Alfonso. He does it, he's the warming guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I have like I now have figured it all out and have like automations, but that was kind of a pain in the ass and there weren't a whole lot of resources out there to really show how to do it from a high level perspective. So, yeah. So it comes out of the conversation tab and all that kind of crap.
You're warming? Well, that's not
I'm warming using instantly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait till you see what we've got coming up.
Well, I'll show that off here in a few minutes. Just a quick little blurb. So
I'm excited.
All right. Before he starts showing up, any questions about how much is it? When can we have it? All Alok. Okay. He's not gonna answer
we
anything.
gotta test it. Look, I am not high level. I'm going to test
You
it.
mean this isn't free?
First. No.
He's not going to answer anything.
I spent
We're here for the free shit.
entire-
Jared told me.
I have
Yeah,
spent
free. We
my
can show shit for free.
I heard it was free.
Well,
I
All
didn't-
we
for
can-
premium. Come on. Get us on there like
Lauren
all the
agrees
other
too.
free
Jay's
seekers.
Jay's trying to cause us to have seizures right now because he wants everything free. He keeps putting that meme there.
yeah.
Oh man. I had a bit of a win this morning. I'm doing Billie Jean's program. post SaaSpreneur event.
Oh, nice.
And I woke up and I was like, oh man, I can't be stuffed today. Because of course the call for me is like being on the call at 6:30, bushy-eyed, tailed, ready to rock.
Mhm.
And I was going, and I'd only submitted the homework late yesterday. And I thought, no, it's all right. I'll be right. And I thought I'll just turn the camera off. And I thought, no, I'll do my hair. I'll set myself up for the day for success. Anyway, I walk off to go get a coffee. And then I hear this, yeah, Jared Holmes, Jared, your camera's on. Where are you? It's like, what's going on here? Anyway, I won the Genius of the Week, which was cool.
Cool.
So that was just talking about like execution, because they were showing people how to use the AI funnel feature in HighLevel.
Mhm.
Curious, has anyone tried that just for shits and giggles?
I created
AI
a
funnel?
one or two.
Yeah.
I can't say
Yeah,
that was
shit.
Yeah,
I've
they're,
done
they're
it.
pretty shit.
I've done it both ways. So the funnel AI in funnels is nowhere near as good as the funnel AI in Ask AI.
Yeah.
So it's two different products and it generates funnels totally different.
Wait.
Yeah, right.
What?
So in funnels,
Yeah.
you have funnel AI
Right.
and
Yes.
it basically uses one layout. That's it.
Yep.
In Ask AI, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So if you go into Ask AI and you tell it that you want to build a funnel,
Mhm.
it will ask you a ton of questions. So it's not just like, what's your objective? Tell us about your business. Boom,
Right.
here's a generic funnel.
Right.
It asks you a ton of questions. It will incorporate your brand voice, and it'll ask you about your brand colors. It'll suggest colors. It'll ask for your logo. You can upload your logo into it, and it will go ahead and build it out based
Oh,
on a
that's
heck of a
nice.
lot more. It's a
I
lot
haven't.
better. Now it takes longer to do it, obviously,
Well,
because it's
you're gonna get
asking you
better results.
questions. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
so
I mean,
yeah,
I always do that in my prompts. Like if I'm on chat in GPT or Perplexed or whatever, I just like ask like if you're confused or need more information, always ask me questions before proceeding, and it always spits out a list of
and
stuff, and I tell it the answers, and
well, and it takes it one by one. So it seems as though they've programmed it that way. So it doesn't matter what your prompt is. If you're asking for a funnel, you can include as much information as you want. It's still going to go through its process,
Right.
which I think is a good thing. Like,
Yeah.
yes, some advanced prompters may find it slightly frustrating, but it's not built for them.
Right.
So
Right.
I really don't care if it does frustrate them. It's
Yeah.
built for the end user that has no freaking clue how to prompt.
Correct.
So having that hard coded to where it's okay, you want to build a funnel, then we're going to ask you all these questions, get as much information as we can, as simply as we can, and it is very simple. How it words it and
Mhm.
asks for the information, it makes it a lot more. It's not like the brand voice. If you're trying to fill in the brand voice, it's like, oh, here's one statement and here's this big old box.
Right.
Fill it up. It's like, okay, well.
So I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't used
So
the Ask AI. Do
oh,
you
it's
just,
Neither.
nice. It's
do you
nice.
just basically hit it up in the upper right corner when you're in funnels and go, I
It's
want to build a funnel?
it's getting better. I mean, it started doing the image
Yeah.
generation now, and
Yeah.
like many
So if you
times.
go into, let
Thanks,
me
Charles. I was going to say share your
switch.
screen,
Yeah.
but let's go.
Yeah.
If you go into Ask AI, go into Ask AI, and then you can just click generate a funnel.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. That's nice.
What?
So you can click generate a funnel. Of course, now it's getting into its funnel. Please let me know which type of funnel you want to create. So let's do appointment funnel. And you can see I've got my brand voice down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I like
Charles,
that. Yeah.
sorry, mate, I cut you off. But as you go through these prompts and answering it right, it then gives you a link that will then take you to a funnel page where you'll then be able to see the finished product. Is that what you're suggesting
Yeah.
happens then?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
So
Well, this is
that.
a shit ton better than the other version, because the other version's just like, let us give you the exact same template to everyone else, fill in the blanks a bit, and then it's done.
Yeah, so great choice on the page name. Could you share a bit about the service or experience users will book through this funnel? For instance, this is a live demo for our AI-powered CRM. The goal is to create a introduction, do a needs assessment, and then provide a solution. After providing the proposed solution of our CRM, we will, with showcasing our voice AI, conversation AI. The goal is to get them to sign up online.
Just to add to another win while Charles is doing this, is Control Windows key H on the keyboard brings up the voice to text.
Oh, nice.
And so now with the stuff that Charles is doing, I literally just voice text everything now. Emails, texts, chats in Facebook.
No,
A few spelling mistakes, but
Control Windows H, huh?
yeah, the Windows key H, and then it just
Oh,
brings up this
Windows
little
H.
dictation
Oh,
thing.
nice. Okay.
Like my new favorite tool. I kid you not, I've been
You know,
using
it's
voice
just the-
notes.
it's the little things.
It's the little things. Like dead set. I was like, wow, this is just helping my productivity that bit more again.
Yeah.
And then if I want it to sound a bit more professional than just blurt it out, then I still use voice notes and go make me sound a bit more pro than the rubbish Aussie slang that I can put together. But otherwise, it does a pretty good job.
All right. While we are still waiting for the funnel to build, let's see if anyone else has gone any
Wow,
wins.
this is the longest funnel build ever.
Well, but
Yeah.
that's the thing I like about it is that it's trying to find as much information as possible.
Yeah.
And that's
Dude,
what really
this is
sets
a
it
good
apart from
approach.
the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
it's going to
surely
be
is a good
awesome to
approach.
see it done. It better not look shit now, Charles. Like, if it looks like the normal AI funnel, I'm going to be so upset, brother.
All right. So while Charles is still going here,
Yeah.
what
Frozen
else
up.
what else we got going on? So
We got some new faces. I think it's
Lauren.
first time.
Lauren's
Yeah.
in
Lauren,
here.
you joining the first time, right?
Yep. I think so.
Hang on.
Yeah. That's all right. Take your sip.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
can.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was on mute, but obviously wasn't.
Nope.
No, I have come once before, and I just
Oh, you did. Yeah.
in to just see what it's all about. I can't. I think it was a while back. I came like maybe just after the Saspreneur in Melbourne.
Right.
in Sydney.
Right. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Cool.
So I don't have a particular need. I just want to. I don't know so much, so I just want to find out what I don't know.
Wait. I mean, not everything you need to know if you don't know. So just FYI. But yeah, this is just an open office hours. We just jam on things. No agenda at all. Unless someone has any questions. So anyone's got any other wins? We want to still hear the wins if
Yeah.
you have. If not, let's
Dan,
open up for any
Jay,
Q&As while we're
JP.
waiting for this.
Let's see. We had Louis in here. I think Louis in here first time. Mike Quack. Anybody got anything?
I'll share a win just that's related to you guys,
Okay, look,
because it might be
no more-
helpful.
two wins per person per Zoom.
Well, that's all right. That's two. That makes two. But if no one else is unmuting themselves, it's going to make an awkward hour.
All right.
So
That's
we're using
forever.
we're using the review cards, as you guys know, and we're getting good success with that. We're using it in all kinds of ways. We've been using it at events and other areas like that. What we've done is we've now made a bit of a system so that when they activate the card, we've got RJ who then gives them a bit of a welcome call, which they're not expecting, especially if they're jumping on just the free card. Then what we do is we tell them that we're going to run an audit for them. They then go, how much is it going to cost? We then tell them it's free. And then we just basically use a grid tool to do a heat map ranking to see how that is. We then send that out to them. We tell them we're going to send it out to them, which is then just showing like the June summary of what's important for GPP. So we send that. Next day, we send out the report. 2 days later, we then give them a call to set up an appointment. And that's been our new flow that we've been doing, which has been working well for us. So it might be good insight for anyone else that's using the system.
How's it on converting?
Yeah, so converting's fine.
Yeah.
We're still getting people that hadn't seen the value in it, so they're kind of like, I just want the review card, leave me alone.
Yeah.
But then when like we're trying to show them the grid view on purpose to basically try and create some doubt. But what we notice is when we send it out, even with an explanation or even with a loom supporting it, to go, all right, so let's talk through this and understand what are all these random dots that are just sitting on your local area. We still find that people have questions and don't really get it. So we try to get them on a call so that we can talk about that and a solution. And we just talk about doing a first month half price offer to try and lure them onto the call.
What's your heat map of choice?
Well, I'm just using the one that's been shared with Paige, man, for being one of the merchant people.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The old merchant partners. So I'm just using that at the minute.
Nice. Yeah, we're doing some testing on. We're going to be running. Well, I was going to be running traffic. I mean, like I keep saying I am or I will, and no, it's not happening yet. So I was going to run some traffic to the heat map, so we could test it. But if you want to run it, let's get on a Zoom. I can show you how to hook up the funnel.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, awesome. That'd be sweet because I like what you guys are putting together there too.
You've seen, I think I showed off the.
Yeah, I
heat
showed
map,
him.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I showed him.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, so that's doing the audit. Actually I was chatting with somebody today and they were asking like, well, how do I do a GBP? Like if I'm prospecting somebody, how do I do a GBP audit? And I was like, God, there's so many little things, like like the age of the reviews, like what was your most recent review? Like how many reviews do you have? Like basically every little thing, there's 5 or 6 points per every little piece in the GBP. So I think I might crank out a quick checklist for doing an audit. So when somebody does get the card and like, hey, we'd like to do an audit, this is how you could do it yourself, but we'll do it for you, and send them a PDF or a link to say like a Google sheet that has check boxes on it for every little every little thing. And it would be good to actually have it so that you could sit there and work with the sheet, edit things, and then as you like, how many reviews do you have? Do you have this many, whatever, and it could score it at the bottom. So I'm thinking of kind of like playing around with different ways to do it.
That could be interactive as well, Pat, with a webinar.
Yeah.
Because then you could share that at the start, talk through the importance of reviews and everything else, and go, hey, look, like we're going to do a checklist of this now.
Yeah.
And then for those of you that are interested at the end of the call, we'll give you a free guide on how to optimize your GPP. But then we'll also show you some options on how we could help you with that. That would be pretty cool. I like that idea. The other audit that Paige offer is it is really cool and it is detailed. The problem that I find with that is if people don't know your business well enough and then it's going sign in with Google, people are a little bit reluctant to take that first step, which, as you know, after that, it's easy peasy. It just does it all automatically once they choose their business. But trying to get them to take that first bit to put
it's
in
a trust thing.
It is, man. Yeah. So that's like, I love that tool. I would push it really, really hard with ads if it didn't have that. Like for me, that's like a paywall. People see that and they're like, I'm out.
Yeah. So that's what I'd like to like. So I like Steve and I were going over the high level audits today, and I have it like it's automatically generating some audits, based off some niches that I'm looking for. And I was looking at some of the stuff and it's like the way they're scoring it seems to be not good.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you get 98%, but you have this many you only have like say 5 reviews, and you don't answer them, or like maybe, and then you look at the GBP, it's pulling up like they're pulling up reviews that aren't in the GBP. So I don't know how they're scraping reviews,
Yeah,
because
right.
with the API, you can't scrape the reviews, or you can't get the reviews with a regular Google API unless you're a manager of the GBP. So they have to be scraping it somehow. So they're pulling in stuff, but then they don't, like, again, like when they look at reviews, they don't look like your last review was a month ago. That's not good. That's a warning thing. That's another flag. And like the percentage of 1-star reviews, the percentage of 2 and 3-star reviews, or the overall percentage of 1 to 3 stars. Like if you're at 20% 1-star reviews, we have a problem. Stuff like that. So I think there's a lot of ranking things, and like they don't do any SEO on, or they don't do an SEO analysis on the description, or like how long is the description? Do you have a description? Stuff like that. So
Yep.
there's a lot missing, I think, in that audit that they really need to add. And
Yeah,
like
and
this, and the scoring is just off. It just
it
doesn't
is
make sense.
it is it just needs to be simple enough where the normal consumer can understand it as well, right? Because it's like the dots, Pat. You're talking about, like, for us, it totally makes sense, but for someone else, they're like, what on earth is that doing on there?
Mhm.
Like, I had a bit of a win because we've got a skip bin business that kicked ass with a 14-day report, right? So in 14 days, 8 out of their 10 keywords, they went from not even having a GPP to the top 3. So I use that as a case study. I recorded a loom. I then went 200 kilometers south of where I live, reached out to all the skip bin businesses, shared the loom video in an email, and said, if you're looking at doing this, I'm only taking on 1 per area. If that's you, great, let's go. If it's not, then just know that the person that takes this on is going to move you out of the way. And the guy in spot 1 reached out, and then he was yes and no 3 times in one day. Like, yes, no, yes, no. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, it's random as. So anyway, his competitor about 3 days later reached out, and I was like, mate, this guy's in number 1. I know him, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, let's get you started, mate, and we'll push him, because now he's just put a fire in me to make sure I've got someone there to push him out of the way, because he stuffed me around. And so he signed up with us on Friday last week. But that was another way of just doing it, is taking case studies and reaching out to that same niche, which I'm hoping that your tool that you and Alok are going to talk about could potentially be leaned into that, because that's also proving to be effective.
Yeah. Well, we're
Right.
yeah, I'm doing, like, we're doing some initial testing. Like, I thought it was all good to go. Where's our funnel, Charles?
It's right here.
It's
Where
ready.
is it? Oh, is that what it was? Is that what did it make it?
Yep. It made it. Now it did error out, and I think that it was probably because I probably gave it too many images.
Too many. Yeah, too many images. I was like, yeah,
So-
you're adding too much.
Well, I was like, I wanted to see if it would do it. I was curious. I've added it. So, and previously what I did is I didn't give it any images, and it actually pulls from your Google business profile. As long as you have it connected to the sub account. But I was
That's
trying
cool.
to be, so I think I goofed it because I uploaded some animated GIFs in there as well. So probably way too much for
So it
the
was
system
so
to
I
handle.
didn't see how it was prompting you, but it basically built the funnel for what? Attorneys?
Yeah, I think it just goofed when it errored out.
Yeah. I was
Because
like, wait, we were doing like a
it wouldn't let
CRM
me.
demo.
Yeah, but I think so. There's where it errored out initially, and I said try again. Um, but yeah, it did get my brand colors right.
Yeah.
But I think this is where I goofed it. Is where
Yeah.
I just put way too much in there.
Nice.
Still so much better than the
Yeah,
funnel AI.
well,
So
and
much better.
each page, like I like how it's putting the quotes in here, for testimonials. This is a totally different. You won't get this layout in the funnel AI builder.
What's the cost to do it in Ask AI?
Ask AI, you have to be on unlimited.
Ah,
So they
I
are.
mean, it's free for now, but
it's free for now for
Yeah.
agencies.
yes.
So, and the goal is that you can demo this or understand what all it can do.
So they
And-
know funnel AI is trash. and they're just going to push us to this to try to get to unlimited.
Well, funnel AI.
Everything is going to Ask AI. There's no two ways about it. Everything is going to end up in Ask AI. That's the whole reason for the MCP. That's the whole reason they released it the way they did. So that
Well, at least they realize funnel AI is garbage.
You were so
it's
savage,
just-
Dan.
What's
it's
that?
just
So savage. Just come out
Well,
of
if
nowhere.
you go to any other like AI funnel generator, like go to Gamma app and like type in 2 sentences and it spits out a funnel that's like you could resell tomorrow. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
and like what Pat was saying with the GPT audit, like it's telling all my people, like, hey, you don't have a cover photo, and like there's the cover photo. It's like 95% is filled out, but you're missing a cover photo. I'm like, no, that's a custom cover photo. It's pretty badass, actually. It just they put stuff out. I'm like, how's it get through Q&A? Like, how did they like? I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what Steve and I were talking about earlier today. Is like they need to have somebody that does GBP management and optimization and local SEO to go through
I
their
told
audit
them
and
on
beat it
multiple
up.
town
Just
halls that they shouldn't
absolutely,
do
like,
this.
I
you're
vote for
doing
Pat.
stuff with developers and you're not doing stuff for marketers.
Yeah.
And with your developers have no idea what makes a good GBP. You're just like ripping stats out and just literally throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. And like, yeah, the report is looking better. It means nothing.
well,
again,
but
so
this is not built.
still
This
far,
is
far
not
better.
built for marketers. This is
No.
built for the end user that Go
That's
High
correct.
Level is going
Yeah.
after directly. And
Yeah.
those poor saps don't know the difference.
Yep.
They don't know if what High Level tells them is pure bullshit. It's like that AI review summary. It's telling, like, before they changed it, it was telling people, like, you need to have customer service training for your tech. So I'm like, okay, first of all, nobody should be suggesting that based on one bad review. And it's like, I don't know. Like, like, you really wonder, like, okay, they're just building this thing to just be as many features as possible. And it's almost like they don't care if it works, because this GBP thing is an absolute joke. It's kind of like the search atlas. You had a freaking Ferrari and you turned it into a Pinto, and it's like they're going to try to resell that thing. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, tell me I'm savage, but it's accurate. Like, I mean, it's kind of telling of what they're doing, and it should be kind of like.
But haven't they always done this? And what was the MCP? Because I thought it was the MVP, which is minimum viable piece of shit.
Yeah, they've always done this, but here's the thing: like they're putting stuff out right now where there's like way better stuff on the market, and we all know what it is. So it's not as obvious, or it's more obvious now than I think than it used to be.
Okay,
but that doesn't matter.
It used to be obvious before, but one thing that's happened is I've started getting all kinds of ads, and one of them looks really good about how it done is funnel building. I think it's called Pixelmate or something. Have y'all seen this?
Nope.
No.
So it's like for people who use it's like for people who use GHL or other products, and it completely builds your little funnel or whatever through AI, of course, and it does it on a mobile environment, because that's one thing. They actually have a valid point against High Level, because their stuff is really more built for a desktop. And I was wondering if any of y'all had any perception on this, but like when I have Google Ads, I actually have it go to Jotform, because Jotform loads way faster than High Level does when it comes to like ad, click. Are y'all seeing that too? I'm thinking about trying this little Pixelmate thing.
I mean, I don't know any full-fledged business that is going to build a website on their phone.
I didn't say a website. I'm talking about a funnel. Like when you're running Google Ads, when you're running, you know what I mean?
Oh, funnel.
This is not a website. I'm talking about funnel.
I'm sorry. I used the wrong word. It's
okay.
okay. It's okay, Anna. You don't have to bite my head off.
Trust me, you'll know if I ever bite your head off.
Well, tone says a lot. So, I don't know any small business owner that is going to build a website or a funnel or anything like that on their mobile device. That is nothing new. That's been out for God.
No. You
Eight.
build it, and it uses its little software to build for
Yeah.
mobile, so it'll look great on a desktop. But the fact is it loads way faster for mobile. And I
Okay.
just tested this. But also, I've known this for a long time, like logically, which is why I have all my stuff really going to Jotform like it's an ad. And if I go and I use even the most basic one pager, say for like criminal law, it takes a while for that to load compared to Jotform. I'm only comparing to Jotform because that's what I've been using all these years. And
I
I was
think
thinking, I want to
Yeah,
do
but you have
something
to think about
different, but
you can't, that's not a fair comparison. So, and the reason I say that is because when you load a jot form, you're not actually loading the entire form. You're just loading,
exactly.
you're just
well,
loading a single frame and you're comparing it to loading of an entire form.
yeah,
Now
and
you could, so the load experience is going to be dramatically different.
yeah.
Yeah, for
There's
the
no two
user,
ways
they
about
don't
that.
care. They
Well,
don't
I think
care whether it's loading a form or a
I
part of
think
a form or
when I build out my funnels, like I don't trust HighLevel to do the image optimization or anything like that. I mean I cut all my images down to like no more than 700 pixels wide because I know that most people are going to be on mobile, and then I run it through Kraken or image compressor to smash those things down to like a quarter of their size without lossless, or as you know, lossless.
yeah.
Then I load it up, but then I make sure that I use minimal images. You know, if it's going to be a funnel for traffic, I use minimal images, and then I do agree like the HighLevel forms take a while to submit, but you know, like everything else on it, like I get ridiculous speed on the funnels.
Yep.
So I mean I've tested it where I'm like on Wi-Fi, turned off 5G, and I test it. It's still pretty darn fast compared to everyone. I mean they've done a good job with the CDNs and making the speed. The only issue is, yeah, I agree, the forms take forever to submit. Like you hit the button and they spin and they spin and they spin and they spin, then they go to the next page. But beyond
Yep.
that, I haven't had any speed problems with the rest of the forms.
By that stage, I don't care though because I've got their details.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yep.
So for
Yep.
me, they can wait there for a minute for all I care. They've already put their details in, which means that they've already bought in. So they're going to wait there until it finishes loading and then move on to the next thing.
It doesn't affect the end result.
Nah.
And with the Google Business Profile Analyzer or whatever, um, you know, is it as good as other products out there? No, but does it have to be? No. That's just the simple truth of it. It's not built for marketers. It's built for SaaS users. I've sold 4 listings since it's come out. I've sold 4 additional listings packages with didn't even talk to the people. They sold themselves. I go into their account. I'm like, I wonder, and come to find out, they ran their own reports and they looked at their optimization and ran that report and it was garbage. And so they signed up for listings. It's right there and it encourages them to sign up for listings. So for me, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's a tool to sell listings, and get them to use reviews. To me, that's a win. I don't give a shit what it shows them. If it makes them spend more money, hey, I'm good. That's SaaS. Now, if you're doing managed services, if you're managing Google profiles, yeah, I could see where it could potentially be harmful or, counterintuitive. But to the point of bringing someone in, who do you bring in? Do you bring in Pat? Well, he's going to have one view of how and one logic of how Google Business Profile should be fully optimized. You bring in someone else, they're going to have a totally different approach. That's just why do you think one agency gets clients over the other? Because they have 2 different approaches. They're not all doing it the exact same way. And so even if you bring people in and they've done it on projects, problem is that you end up with 5, 10 people telling you how to do it, and then you try to find the common paths and go down that, and you're still going to have people on both sides of it that are pissed off or upset. I mean, it's an it's a no-win battle, but they're not building for the managed services. That's not who they're building for. They're not building for agencies that run managed services. They're building for SaaS, for end users that are in there trying to buy more reselling crap. And in that form, they're doing good. And if you don't like it, you can get rid of it, hide it, get rid of it. You know, you have that flexibility, which is nice. Like the SEO tool, yeah, it's garbage. I don't want any of my customers spending money on it. Guess what? They can't. They can't buy it if they wanted to. It's turned off. It's gone. And even if HighLevel turns it back on, I have CSS already in there ready to hide it as soon as it shows up. So there ain't no damn way they're buying it. So I mean, it's just there's always
Okay,
positives and negatives, but
question, because I wasn't here. Which tools are you talking about? Search Atlas is crap, right?
Search Atlas is great.
Okay, it's
The
great.
HighLevel implementation of Search Atlas is horrible.
Okay. All right,
So
then what other
the-
tool are you talking about?
So like there's a Google Business Profile optimization tool in HighLevel now. So under reputation, the last link there is the Google Business Profile optimization. It basically, once you connect your Google account and set your GBP page in integrations, it will pull that in and it will basically analyze your Google Business Profile. You know, I've heard some people say that it's not accurate. I've heard other people, just as many, say that it is accurate. I look at mine, it's 100% on the mark. Exactly what it says is there is there. The one thing that it says is not there is not there. Um, you know, so for some it may work great, for others it may not. There's going to be a margin of error.
Is it possible that I don't have it turned on? Because all I have is overview, request,
Yep,
reviews,
it would be in the labs. You may
It'd be
not
in
have
labs.
widget
turned it
Yep.
on.
settings. Okay, okay.
Yep.
Because I haven't
So
seen
again, any
anything
new
you're talking
features. So
about.
Anna,
Cool.
just for your information, they've heard our complaints and all that. Hey, you guys keep rolling new stuff out, which we don't want, and all that stuff. So now they've implemented where any new big feature would be rolled out in labs in agency, and you have to go into agency's lab setting, and you
And
decide
check.
if you want to roll it out to other
Mhm.
users. Okay, so
Okay,
that's
cool.
the update. So you got all the controls now, Anna. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Having
Because I don't have to
having said
bother with
that,
that.
it's still gonna be HighLevel. They're gonna keep their business and profits in mind. They're gonna roll out things which works on their favor. Obviously, we are users, but they still have things to push out and all that. They're gonna keep doing that, so we have to be on top of it as well. If we don't want things, we have to be on top of it to hide it, because that's the only thing you can do. You cannot, I mean, coming to calls like this, and that's totally fine. You can share your thoughts because we want to hear it, but it's not going to help. At the end of the day, you will have to take control, take charge, and just hide it. If you don't want something, hide it. As simple as that. Like that is something extra which you would have to do. But yeah, let's just open it. Let's change topics now. Let's see there. We've got so many new faces on this
Yep,
call today. So
lots of people.
let's hear from, if anyone wants to open up the mic and say hi. Cortez, Theophilus, Alina, Andre, Colt, you're unmuted as well. So yeah, what's happening in your world, guys? Just open office hours. No agenda. If you have any questions, any wins to share, so that we can cheer you on, feel free to open up your mic.
Anybody?
Just listening in. This is Andre's good stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know anyone that's implemented. What is it? It's a POS. It's Clover, integrated Clover with HighLevel. Is that a tough?
There's no
They have-
direct integration.
Is there API? I think they have
Clover
an open
has
API.
APIs.
Yeah,
Clover
has
has
an API. So if they have an API, it shouldn't be hard to integrate. So you're probably talking about like what, sending that contact into HighLevel once on a purchase or something.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And they wanted to integrate it as their payment processor as well, but
Ooh, I don't know.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
like they've integrated Square, so I mean, I don't know.
Clover as a PO payment processor, I don't think so. That's in the radar. But having said that, so I use a tool for loyalty and all that called Boomerang. They do have Clover in the roadmap, which is the next upcoming release. Now, Boomerang directly integrates with HighLevel, so through Boomerang you can do it, or through Zapier or Pabbly or some other tool. I'm pretty sure you could do that. As long as you have the APIs and keys and all that stuff, you should be able to push data out.
Can you
Got
do
you.
it with N8N?
Yeah. And it
Okay.
is literally just Zapier or Pabbly, but just a little bit more advanced.
But
So yeah, you
cheaper.
could. I mean, yeah, cheaper,
Yeah.
but it comes with
I
it.
mean, it's
Again, you decide what is cheap. Your time invested to learn more if you're not tech savvy, or you'd rather pay $10 or $20 more and not have to spend hours and hours and hours to learn. I mean, there's always a cost.
I'll take that
So-
option, thanks.
no, but as far as Clover like integrating in with say like a funnel page, in an order form, I don't know that they've got that on the radar even. So, like Alok said, it would be better to use the Clover POS because that's kind of their whole thing is
Yeah, is it?
hardware.
I'm guessing it's a restaurant, Andre, correct?
No, it's
What is it? What's the business?
what is this? This is it just got bought to me.
Hmm.
A wellness, like a wellness spa, I
Oh yeah.
believe.
Oh man,
Okay.
just have them do Stripe.
I
Yeah,
got
you
you.
Just it's gonna be easier and faster for you to do that. And let me give you one advantage. Every piece of business they do through HighLevel is tracked because it's coming through Stripe.
Right.
You see,
No,
so
fully
that gives you an instant ROI with customers. But I mean, do whatever you want. But I just all the integrations in the world, nothing ever works just like using something that is
native.
actually, it's already in there. It's Prego, it's in there. You
Yeah, that
know,
makes sense because
they're not a good enough. I don't know how much they're paying you, but if they're paying you less than $5,000 a month, then get them to do Stripe or whatever other. You know what I mean?
yeah. My I had someone oversell pretty much, so I was trying to figure it out, but I'm just gonna tell them no, it's a no go.
Yeah, just tell them it works a lot better. And I can assure you, I have customers that were on Square. They really wanted it to be Square, and I was like, "Well, dude, that doesn't integrate." And maybe one day it will. But think about this, right? All of your other business from shows and this and that, that you were earning yourself before is in Square, and everything else is Stripe. Because I want to prove to you that we're going to beat the pants off of everything you've ever done. And they were like, okay, like what does it hurt them?
Nice,
And
nice.
they'll switch over to Stripe once they realize how much easier it is. Or not. But also, somebody should have already told you go to the payments. This is like Charles. I'm trying to give Charles this lecture to you. Go to the payments town hall, which I think there's one like every week or 2 weeks or whatever, and say, by the way, is Clover on there? I did make a request, but blah, blah, blah.
Well, having said that, Charles also posted a link in the Zoom chat to request for marketplace apps. So
That's what I just said.
might be, yeah.
Well,
No, there's a
so,
link to just
yeah.
literally request. It's a form to submit. So
So
I know,
that's
you
but it's
what
could
not
also
the
do
same as
that
showing up.
along with what Anna says. So Anna, I'm on your side, relax. So I'm saying do that as well along with what Anna recommended.
Yeah.
I
And
just want to
Square's
say
integrated for now, but it wasn't integrated for 5 years or
Yeah.
4.5 years. Anyway, go ahead.
so the form I put in there, that is for the Level Up Marketplace, which is ran by Rupert. He's the largest developer in the marketplace. He has the most apps. He builds apps literally every single day. And so he already has a bunch of payment integration apps in the marketplace. I I've never seen Clover. But if you submit that form, it'll go into him and his team. And if they see it as a viable product for the marketplace, they will go ahead and build the integration. And all their apps are for free. You can grab them in the marketplace, and then you're just paying. Considered a premium action. So agency cost is 0.01 cent per action or trigger. And of course, you can mark that up in your rebilling and make a little money off the rebilling side of it, and be able to use that custom integration that his team builds out through the marketplace. So that is an option.
How much does HighLevel
Very
pay
cool.
the marketplace apps for the actions? Split that cost, I'm guessing, or something.
They do. And I
say,
just
like, because those, yeah, it's a micro payment that he's getting, but he's getting an absolute truckload of micro payments.
oh, for sure.
Okay,
So
this is what I was asking about in the group before, about all the apps that's from Rupert.
Yeah.
And I was
What about it?
asking, well, I had already asked the question more than a week ago, but I was asking, like, who has used all the apps, and what are the advantages? And, should I get it?
So having used all the apps and no longer using all the apps,
Oh,
here's so I still use Rupert's products. I just don't use all
Yeah.
the apps. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So with all the apps, it is a way. A lot of agencies need a knowledge base. They need some customization of their HighLevel. Like they need all these little things that we typically get from other third-party providers. Okay. Rupert has built all that. If you don't have chat support, he's got a chat support widget that's powered by AI. So he's providing all these little agency tools inside of all the apps, as well as he has taken all the apps that he has developed as standalone apps. He's taken all the triggers and actions of those and put them into this one app. So he's built mimicked all these integrations into this one app. So you can install one app, have a bunch of agency tools that you can utilize, and you can also offer your customers a single solution where they can see all the triggers and actions from all these different integrations and tools that he's built.
Yeah.
Now, here's why I stopped using it. He is very much like HighLevel. He releases things without notifying anybody. So when he first rolled out the feedback widget, great idea. Problem is, I already have a feedback widget, so I had two. And then he released a support widget, and then I had two support widgets in there. So I didn't need all the agency stuff that he was providing. I didn't need all that from his app. I just wanted to provide integrations to my customers. So I got rid of all the app. And what I did is I turned on the app marketplace, set it to approved apps only, and I approved the apps that I wanted my customers to be able to implement themselves. So
Like
that way, if
what?
they need to like ClickUp, like Asana, like Monday, we use Basecamp. I mean, I've got over almost 250 apps that are approved through the app marketplace that any of my customers can go in and utilize. So they can install them in their own sub account. They don't need me for anything. And then they can enter their API key if one's required. And then they can start using that trigger or action, whatever the integration is built for, in their workflows. And so
Okay,
that's
and they like charge a 0.00 cent or something. And then what do you mark it up as? Because I was almost going to get this, and then I was just like, I don't even know what to mark it up.
well,
What do you recommend?
I do a straight markup across the board at 1.5 multiple. And I have my
1.5,
own
okay.
reasoning for that. I don't care to make a crap ton of money. I still make money off of rebilling.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
literally wondering what you do. And
I
that's
do
what I want to know.
1.5 because I don't want to deter them from using it. If I mark it up too high, they won't use it. It's
Right.
like, oh, good grief. I didn't realize I was spending that much. I need to dial that back. 1.5 multiple, I still make money after my Stripe fee, and it doesn't feel so shocking to the end customer. Inherently, they end up using more of it. So,
Right. It
but
kind of feels like Twilio or the email rebilling. It's like really just pennies, just nothing.
Right. So they're paying 0.015 to execute a trigger or action. That's what my end customer is using. Now, the ones that have a couple different integrations from the app marketplace put in that they're regularly using, like ClickUp, I've got a few clients that are using ClickUp. They're sending a lot back and forth to ClickUp because every time something happens, they're updating something in ClickUp or vice versa. This happens in ClickUp, we want to update something in the CRM. So they have signed up for the 10,000 package or the workflow plus plan, where you get 10,000 premium actions for a fixed price. Well, they never hit the 10,000. And I make more money on the 1.5 multiple selling that than I do them doing the incremental. I end up netting more. So I like it when they buy the 10,000. And if they go over the 10,000, it just goes to the standard rebilling after that. So if they hit 10,001, it would be whatever your multiple is on the per usage. So it's expected. It's not, but yeah, it's, I don't do all the ancillary tools. If it's built into HighLevel, like, you'll see apps in the marketplace that are like Stripe apps. You'll see QuickBook apps. You'll see Square apps. I stay away from all those because I don't want to confuse my end user because all those things are built into HighLevel. Now, granted, there may be things that you can do in that custom marketplace app that you can't do in the native integration. I don't care. It is not worth confusing my customer over. I'd rather them have a little bit less usability through the inbuilt than saying them coming to me and saying, well, you have Square here, but then there's this Square in Marketplace or there's Stripe here. Why do I need the Stripe Marketplace app that has all these actions? What's the difference? Just drives confusion. So I make sure that I never approve anything for the sub account that is native to HighLevel. And I don't do any, like you'll see a lot of gamification things for workflows. You'll see like data manipulation, date formatters, and all sorts of just stuff.
Yeah, I scrolled through all that
in
and
the
I was like,
marketplace.
ugh.
I don't approve any of that. All I approve is straight up integrations, like third-party platforms. I don't care about any of the messaging platforms. I have Mailchimp. I have other. Yes, it's a competing mail platform, but the reason I enable that is what if they're coming off of Mailchimp? Maybe that makes that move a little bit easier for them. And if they're going to leave, they're going to leave. So I might as well make the exit a little bit easier anyways, if you want to look at it that way. But I mean, that's mostly where like competing platforms, where I've seen my customers have installed competing platforms, it's always the one that they're coming from. Like there's a HubSpot connector in there. They can connect HubSpot in. Well, if they're coming from HubSpot, it may take a while to get everything built, and they want that data actively pushing into HighLevel. It makes sense. So I just worry about the integrations, and that's it. So, but since they redid the view, where you can easily see the agency view, the sub account view, it's a lot easier to understand what is being seen on each side. That's when I went back to just showing the app marketplace. I just think they did a better job about it this time around. They still need a lot of work in the app marketplace, but it's come a long ways.
Can I ask a newbie question on this?
Yeah.
How do you physically do what you said before about allowing people just to see your approved apps?
Yeah.
Green
So
share.
if you go into your agency dashboard, okay, go to app marketplace, and you're going to go to manage app permissions. Okay. Once you're in here, you're going to go ahead and click the gear icon. And this is where you can set it to sub account left navigation menu. I want it on, and I want all approved apps. I'm not installing apps for my clients. I used to do that. So I used to install apps, like a preset of like 200 something apps for all my sub accounts. It just turned into a nightmare. So now I just want them to load whatever it is they want to load. So I just set it to all approved, conversation AI, all approved, voice AI, all approved. Which there's nothing in here yet, so you don't even really have to worry about it. But yeah, you just set it there, and then once you're back here on this manage sub account apps, you can filter by built by. You'll notice that there are several. They're working on cleaning this up. There is duplication in here. It's not querying correctly, but then also you may notice like all the app and all the apps. That's actually the same company. When the marketplace first came out, they would not let them publish under the same company. They would not let them publish more than one app under the same company name. And that's how all these variations came up. So they're working on cleaning that up. But you can also search by category, pricing. I only do free apps, just because I don't want to deal with it. And obviously, if it's free, the level of support and the functionality that you expect from free is a hell of a lot less than what it is from paid. And I don't want to have to really worry about heavily supporting these. So that's why I focus on the free ones. And then you can just go through here and start, selecting. You can say, okay, let me just look at the disapproved apps. I will say that you will always want to pick either approved apps or disapproved apps. And the reason for that is you can multi-select. So if you just look at the disapproved apps, pick your category or pricing filter, any other filters, just always pick a app state of either approved or disapproved. And that's when these boxes will show up. So if you want to improve a bunch of them, you can go through checking them. It does stick page to page. So as you're going through the pages, the previous check marks stay there. And that way you're not going app by app by app by app. It would take you forever in a day. This way you're like, yeah, I like all those. Let me just go ahead and select them, or maybe I don't want this one. And then go to the next page. When you're done, click approve, and that's what your sub accounts will see. And if you're going to do, if you're going to do paid apps, the one thing that you absolutely need to make sure you do is click here. And then you need to make sure that you set your marketplace apps rebilling. So you can set your reselling price. They're working on trying to clean this up and make it more global. So you could set like a 1.5 multiple across all prices to you. Right now, you have to do it app by app, and there is some that have usage-based pricing. So you just want to make sure that you set this if you're offering, and you don't have to set it on everyone, just the ones that you're actually going to be offering to your clients. You want to make sure you set the reselling on them.
So there's no filter in that rebilling section for approved.
Yes. Well, no, you can do all apps or installed apps, but you can search. So if you if you have a couple apps, yeah, I mean, most people aren't really making paid apps widely available. It's usually, hey, I'm using mailbox power. So I know that company, I'll make that available. That's a paid app, for example. And there's, what's the webinar
kit?
Yeah, so webinar kit's in there. That's a paid app. So usually it's just a handful that most agencies are offering when it comes to the paid apps, because it goes along with whatever their offer is. And so they'll just go in and set the prices on those and be done with it. So
awesome.
There you go. There's your marketplace
tutorial.
Hopefully that helps no less.
One more question on that. So did you say you went and installed all of the ones from all the apps, or you just were really selective and looked into every single one and decided which ones you liked?
So what I looked at was, I'll show you what I did. Because again, like some of the stuff I could care less about. So manage app permissions. If I go into app state, we'll go to disapproved. So like this format time, not going to do it. Teamwork. This is an actual integration, so I'll end up approving that. Dashboard tools, nope. Replace character, like all this ancillary stuff, I won't do. Callingly, sure, that's another platform. ChatGPT, I won't because you can already do ChatGPT in workflows. Maybe not the same way, but good enough for me. Custom objects, definitely not doing that one because that's already confusing enough for customers. So like a lot of this stuff I won't, like image invert conversations. It just, to me, it seems redundant and possibly confusing. But if it looks like it's an act like Twilio, I'm not going to do that. That I can't imagine what kind of confusion that would cause. So if it's already in HighLevel, or if it's like Benchmark, that's another platform. Or if it's one of these like formatting tools or something like that, I'm not going to approve it. I'm just trying to keep it to
so basically you're trying to keep real
integrations.
SaaS softwares. That's all you're doing.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make it easy. Like there was one in here, Ring Central. So I've had people that have active Ring Central. I have a big e-commerce company that does Ring Central. They are not going to move from Ring Central. They lease their phones through there. Like they're not moving off of Ring Central. That's fine. They installed the Ring Central app to give them better visualization of data into the CRM. That's a true integration because it's integrating with another SaaS platform. That's really all I ever approve.
Right,
Now,
like
if
on
you
your page is Clavio, however you say it. Little down, see that Clavio? That's something people use.
Yeah.
So it's, you're saying a real stand on its own third-party app, but not just some kind of like this win, lose, or draw.
Right.
I'm sure that's a cute thing, but it's irrelevant.
And like WooCommerce, I'm not going to do WooCommerce because WooCommerce is built into HighLevel as an integration. Now, could this do more than what the native probably does? But I have to weigh the possible confusion of WooCommerce being in two places. Is that benefit really worth possibly confusing the majority of my customers? No. It's just not. Then my support team sitting there answering questions. Well, if I hooked it up here, why do I have to hook it up here again?
And I noticed that there was one for Xero. Does anyone have experience if that's any good?
Xero?
Yeah, because that's an accounting system that's really popular in Australia, and lots of people have been asking, how do I integrate it with Xero? And I've just seen it in one of the ones from all the apps. So I was just wondering
that might be good accounting for their. It's terrible accounting for me. I wasted a bunch of time with them. Totally hate Xero.
She's just talking about the integration.
Lauren,
no, I'm talking about the application. Yeah.
So
the
Lauren,
integration should be
direct
probably
answer
fine.
to the direct answer to your question. No, I haven't tried all the F0 integration, but having said that, HighLevel is very close. They literally opened up beta. I think you were tagged in it. He made a post in the group.
But I know they mentioned it. It's at the SaaSpreneur event in Sydney.
No, not in the SaaSpreneur. This was like 2 or 3 days ago. Shubham. Do you have that link just in case, Charles? I'll try to find it. I'll tag you in that post. So
awesome,
he opened up for 25 sub accounts to test out that Xero integration. So that means if HighLevel has reached out saying, hey, we want 25 businesses, that means it's very close. That means it may be approved. They just want to double check. So I would say it's very close, like the direct integration, which we've spoken about. So I would not even worry about it.
Brilliant, thanks.
So just wait for HighLevel to roll it out. I think it's very close.
Yeah. The other thing I don't ever integrate is like payment solutions. Even if it's not offered in HighLevel, I will not use a marketplace app for payment integrations just because it doesn't fit my model. And I don't want to have to support it. But it's all personal preference. I will say Rupert and HighLevel are very close. He's been in it since the beginning of the marketplace. He'll be in it till it dies, probably.
Yeah.
He speaks at all the events about marketplace. Like, he is the go-to guy for HighLevel in the marketplace. So take that for what you want.
Sorry, can I ask one more question? Because I've gone into that manage app permissions, and for me, I only get the option of saying all approved apps or only installed apps.
You
So,
want only approved apps.
but when I go into my actual apps, then I only have the ability to disapprove apps, not approve
Okay,
apps.
share your screen.
Just share your screen, yeah.
Okay, give me 2 secs. Okay, so see
Okay,
here, I went and ticked all the ones I want, and now I've only got the option to disapprove them.
that's because you're only looking at approved apps. So this has already been approved. That's why you were looking. So you want disapproved, and then
So
click on.
I've never approved any apps, but everything seems to all be by default approved.
Okay, so this was how the HighLevel marketplace was. It was an opt out versus an opt in. So what I would do is, if you just want a fresh start, is stay where you're at. Go ahead and click this box. Go all the way down. Go through all the pages, clicking that top box. Okay, it'll take you just a couple, and just disapprove them all.
Yeah.
Okay, and that way you can start fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, and that way you're like, okay, there's nothing approved. Nobody can see anything. Now I can go through this and start to approve the apps that I want to approve. That's what I would do.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Anna, what is up?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Lauren, I posted that link to the post. Just check that Facebook post in the Zoom and fill up that form.
Thank you.
Okay,
when you
can
said,
you hear me?
did you tag me in the post you sent?
Go
on
ahead,
Facebook?
Anna.
Okay, well, I'm pretty excited because I am going to have a meeting tomorrow with, like AC company, and they do a lot of installs. So I know they make a lot of money, and they do a terrible job with, like returning calls and, so anyway, what happened was we had talked about that trick about, calling them later off hours and seeing how long it takes them to reply and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, it took them over the weekend and 9 hours to reply. Right. So like I called them, I want to say 3 o'clock on Friday, but I mean, I know it was after 1, right? But they don't have any reason to have not called me until Monday. I want to say at 4, but it could have been 3:30, whatever it was. So anyway, I texted the owner and I said, I called Friday and nobody called me back. Boom, that was it. So he sent me a thing and he's like, "Oh, apologies." I don't even know what he said. And I was like, "Well, you can't say it was the 4th of July weekend." And he was like, "Ah, I know." And I was like, I know you have great people that work there, but we really need to talk about this AI thing. You're screwing over all your marketing, right? And so he's like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, actually, it's crazy, but I was looking at that. So anyway, he called me and he's like, you can't believe it. I was looking at AI. And this guy is so anti-technology. And that's why I want to say, number one, you cannot believe how many people are quote unquote looking at this, but they have all this attitude. And so his attitude, he was saying, is like, well, I call my bank and I hate it when somebody doesn't answer. And I hate it when it's like press 1, press 2. I'm like, dude, that's not AI, right? VRU is like 30-year-old technology. Really, it's 50-year-old. So you're telling me you don't like something that's 50 years old? Duh, right? I'm like,
Yep.
You're paying for Google Ads. You're paying for Google. I don't know. There's something else they're paying for. And then I think they're paying for another thing too. But the point is, this is going to be my first time to demo it with somebody who just hates the thought of AI, and I'm like, I know you don't like it, but you have to realize you are not your customers, and you don't employ anyone 24 hours a day. So there has to be something that you do, but it shouldn't have taken anyone, like 71.5 hours to get back to me.
That's a good selling point.
I might not have done that math right, but I didn't really care.
Well, those HVAC guys don't do math right anyway, so.
So anyway, any recommendations of what to do, what not to do? I mean, first of all, I can tell you this right now. This guy is a sell. He's already a sell. So that's not the question. It's like, I'm not totally sure what I should do for him because we have to talk. But like in demoing it for somebody who thinks AI is a press 1 for this department, press 2 for that department, what should you really do? What's the quickest way to like, you need to buy this?
You could literally set up the base level AI, the base level voice AI without the advanced features, and just say like, this is this. Like, you can tell them like, this is the skateboard version, and it literally will take. It'll literally take like name, email, address, their issue, and then tell them it's going to have somebody call back. And you
Okay.
can just say like, you could have this do it on the weekend. And then, and you could even have it say like later on, if we do need to worry about, is it an urgent issue? Like my AC is on fire, then you could actually go and text somebody who's on call that weekend to handle the call or do more. But this is the worst it could possibly be, is grabbing all of that information and having somebody call you back.
Okay. And would you
Oh,
set this up on, say, like your own
yeah, you can just
account,
yeah,
or would
just
you do this on a sub account? Okay.
grab an extra phone number, because you can have up to 20 agents on a sub account at the base. So you could have as many demos as you want. Literally give it, you know, set it up with a decent voice. Like Jennifer's good. They lost a bunch of the voices when they moved to retail. But Jennifer's a good one. Set it up with his business name, and literally have it take the name, email, and phone. And then all you got to do is in the actions, have it trigger a workflow after the call and send him the summary. So have him call, and then it will text him the summary of what he just did with all the collected information and stuff like that. That's the fastest demo you could possibly do. No crazy prompting or anything like that. And then when you want to get really into it, we can do like dive into like the really extensive prompting. But yeah.
Okay, so like name, phone, email, issue.
Yeah, the base level voice bot will collect. You literally check the boxes of what you wanted to collect.
Okay, and then just use company name.
Yep. Yeah, just like, hey, thanks for calling, KC Heating and Air. How can I help you? And then, or actually what I like to do is I like to have it say, do you have do you have a current issue, or would you like to leave a voicemail? Like give them like 3 options, so that when they, get the phone answers, that person is getting a choice instead of just hanging out there like, how can I help you? They're like, you know, so that way you don't have any weird, pauses or anything else. The bot gives you, here are your choices. What do you need? And then that person will take over from there. And the bot will get all the information and tell them that somebody's going to
Okay,
call
so
back.
it's like, hello, Jennifer. I'm sorry. It's like, hello, this is Marky Mark's AC company repair. Do you have a current issue, or would you like to leave a message? They're asking that first.
Yeah, I mean, you have like a welcome message. So the phone picks up, and it'd be like just any kind of receptionist, like,
Right.
hi, this is such and such company. I'm Aaron. How can I help you today? Or do you have an issue? Would you like to leave a voicemail, or would you like to talk to staff? And then, and if you can even have it transfer the call, but since you want it to showcase handling the calls when nobody's there. I wouldn't do any phone transfers, but I would just, let me see what I'm trying to think like what I'm looking at. Let me look at my my voice AIs here just a second.
Yeah, and do we have access to these voice AIs? I mean, is it in the AI Freaks?
The base level is, yeah, in the AI Freaks we have some prompts. Since HighLevel's, the problem is since HighLevel's done so many updates and moved from SynthFlow to retail, and they've done version 2s and 2.5s and all these different updates, like the prompts have gotten different. So it's moved so fast, it's been hard to keep up with creating new prompts all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like I would literally be creating new prompts every day if I was trying to keep up with exactly what was going on with all of that. So but with the, let me see here, just a second. I want to go in here. So yeah, so I like, thanks for calling the business name. My name is like, my bots are all named Emma. So then my name is Emma. Do you have a service question or service issue questions, or would you like to leave a message? So there you go. I'll post that in the chat. So and then from there, like you just create the agent. Like I'll show you what we do here. Agent list like this. And you just go and create an agent, and you just want to create a custom agent. And then you don't want to do the advanced settings, but you'd post this here like that. You take the name of it. Dan says Aaron's good. Where's Aaron? Aaron, where is it?
Oh, it's, you know what? It's part of the upgrade, so it might not be
There
in
you
that
go,
one.
right there.
Okay.
Oh, that does sound good. I like that one.
Yeah, it's one of the newer ones. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's actually
Ooh.
pretty darn good. So then you come over here and you go, I want to get the name, email, address. So if it's an AC guy, you want the address and the contact's issue. There you go. You can do this, and you say trigger a workflow, and then you basically set up a workflow to notify, basically just like pick some kind of workflow. But basically when you go there, your workflow, so I'll cancel out this. I don't want to create this guy. You want to go back over here to automations, and you want to create a workflow, scratch like this, and you basically go in here and you go intern or actually if he's going to be calling in, you just send an SMS, and you come over here and you go voice AI summary, and so then you go like, hey, and then nope, contact, first name, here's your call summary, and there you go. And he'll get that in his text message as soon as he hangs up the phone, and that right there should blow him away, because it was, like, holy hell, that's what I got. And so it'll say the agent talked to the caller, they had an issue with the air conditioner, we got their name, email, and address, etc., and the call was concluded, in a satisfactory fashion or something. But it will have a list of all the information that was collected as well. So just the base agent does a decent enough job of just being voicemail 2.0.
Wow.
Yep, it's that easy.
Thank you. I love it.
Who was that? What was that, Dan?
just call. No, there's some funny moments.
Yes. All right. So I guess that's about it. Were we going to show off something? A lot? Where's the lock? Did a lock? Oh, he's on.
Yeah, where's the N8N thing?
N8N.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm here.
Somebody
I'm
want
here.
to see that?
Yes.
Are you really?
Yes.
Sure.
I'm literally putting my baby to sleep
Oh,
while
okay.
we're talking.
Oh,
You're not using a chokehold, are
Do you
you?
want us to sing?
sounds like it.
Well, she's got baby music on, so it's fine.
All right. So we'll showcase what we're working on right now. So basically, this is kind of gonna dovetail with.
All right, don't open the hood and show the engine, just the
Yes.
results.
Show the engine.
Show the
results? Like,
engine.
wait,
Show
what do I
the
show?
engine. Show the
They
engine.
don't get the prompts. I'm not going to show anybody the
We've
prompt.
been waiting.
Then up to you.
Yeah, and then when are we gonna pay and get this course or whatever it is
Well,
you're doing?
That's coming.
so we're actually at the end of the month. We're planning out like the outline for the webinar, but at the end of the month we're gonna be doing a webinar on how to self-host N8N, harden your server, get it all set up, get all your credentials set up, show some basic workflows like how to integrate with HighLevel and stuff, and then also like as a bonus we'll have an option to see like all like I'll be doing a video on like how you can basically replace Airtable, Notion, all your different subscribed softwares that you pay for like project management and stuff like that. You can self-host all that on the same server. So it all for a server that costs you like if you really want a beast of a server, 15 bucks
12,
a month.
15
So
bucks.
15 bucks a month is what it costs you. So
Plus more. I mean, we're still coming up with
yeah,
what else we can include in that. But yeah, there's more. There's so much we're working on. But yeah,
yeah.
soon to be released.
So what
I
we've been
mean,
working
you'll get
on.
to know within this next week. Next week,
Yeah.
you all will get an email if you are on our list.
So what we've been working on is using Outscraper data, which basically scrapes all the Google Maps data. If anybody doesn't know what Outscraper is, but it scrapes all the Google Maps data for businesses. So if you're looking for plumbers, electricians, med spas, whatever, you can scrape all of that data, and it can also scrape some emails as well. And then what we're doing is taking all of the Outscraper data when you import it into HighLevel, all the workflows in our snapshot automatically process, and analyze and tag the user, like tag that contact on all of their metrics and KPIs. Basically, like, do they have low reviews, no reviews? Is there no description? How many posts do they have? How many photos do they have? Like all the little things that make a GBP work and rank, and we tag all of that stuff. So then when it's finally done, it goes through all the workflows, all of them. Like we only have one workflow that has like one custom action in it. So once it processes all of the data, your contacts are completely filtered out. So you're not going to be emailing or calling anybody that shouldn't be getting, like if somebody's got a perfect GBP, you don't need to be calling that person. So basically with the tagging, you can create your smart list, and this is a combination cold calling and cold email snapshot where you can actually, once you've got your domains warmed up, you can basically email through HighLevel. And what it does is it basically sends these people through a workflow. It drip feeds them. They go into N8N. N8N does all of the heavy lifting as far as AI and everything because let's face it, the GBP or the GPT actions in HighLevel, being a penny a piece, if you're going to be mailing like 1,000 people, it's going to get expensive. So, with all the testing I've done this month on OpenAI, I'm sitting at a soul crushing 24 cents. So I don't know how I'm going to financially recover from that, but we're going to be okay. But so basically, what we do is we pass the data into N8N. It does SEO analysis on the GBP description. It does like cooks up the right subject line, and it cooks up an email template that does not look like a cold email. It's really, really, really well written. And once it's all done with that, it spits it back into HighLevel and sends the email through HighLevel. And then when they send back a positive response, we filter the responses based off of negative, if somebody's, F off scammer or something like that, because you always get those in cold emails. And, somebody says, no, take me off the list or anything else like that. We filter all that out, and the positives go right back into N8N where we have an email chatbot. I don't know if anybody else has made one yet, but we have an email chatbot that will close that person, get the open slots on your calendar, let them pick a time, push that contact in your agency, and then book that call all in N8N. So the idea is that you can send cold emails and eventually not talk to anybody until they booked a call.
So in a nutshell, we had a like 4 years ago, I think we launched our cold email snapshot outreach. We have 100 plus agencies. I think
Which I
so far
paid
we would have
for.
sent,
we
so
sent
far with
over,
that
we
snapshot, we
processed.
sent almost 2 million emails, so more, I think,
Yep.
with that snapshot. So it's crushing it. So we've nailed cold email already. Now we also few people who have our snapshots and all, they also have cold calling snapshot, right? So we have a cold calling
Right.
snapshot. So we have two different snapshots. both without AI. Right now we have AI, plus we started playing with N8N and all that. I'm like, well, how about we take all that, merge it together into build this one big system powered by AI, which means you're sending a cold email through GHL again. If they reply, they're interested, there's an AI waiting. They would respond, look up your calendar, respond with open slots, book an appointment, and you directly just show up for the appointment. You don't have to do anything other than just loading your HighLevel account with leads and pushing them through a workflow. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, just one question. There will be many, but not today. One today. Can I use D7 data?
Anything.
Yeah, it's built.
Long
It's
as
built,
it's a CSV, right?
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's built like all the
Awesome.
fields that I built in are more for Outscraper because Outscraper does provide far more information. Decent, but we do have fields that like basically I went through and like got lead scrape, oh gosh, there's Outscraper, lead scrape, D7, lead carrot, SEM rush. There's like all the different lead apps out there. And then what we did is we took all the fields that they all scrape and kind of merged them all together and kind of like, just basically
So basically, like when
collate all
you
the
scrape,
fields.
yeah, when you scrape, use a tool to scrape, it would come out with all the different custom fields. Like there'll be 100 different data points, which are custom fields, which you don't need 100, you may need 15 or 20. So we've got those 15 or 20 already from all these platforms, right? Which are the mostly important ones, like, anything related to Google Business Profile, anything and everything that you can, segment and prospect them on. So we've got everything into this one place. But yeah, do you wanna just show the emails, the
Oh yeah,
simple
sure.
emails?
Yep.
I know.
So let me go through.
And map leads,
And
right?
then
Map leads. I don't
can
know
you
that.
download a CSV? I'm not following map leads recently,
Yes.
so I don't know. As long as you can download a CSV, you can upload, and yeah, it should work. You'll
Yeah.
have to map the fields accordingly, but when you upload a CSV, you'll just have to map this data goes to this field. That's all.
Yeah. So this is what's on the N8N side. So it's built so that it's modular. So you could have multiple. My plan is to have, and what I'm warming up right now is basically one sub account for each niche that I'm going to email. Then I can
Yeah.
load up leads, and they can all use the same workflow. So it all works together. The only thing you got to hook up when you load this thing is hook up your OpenAI key. The rest of it just automates, and it just kind of goes. So yeah, this right here is the cold outreach portion of it. It'll actually validate the email before it sends out, so you're not going to get any bounces no matter what. And then here is like the response and booking handler. So, but basically what it looks like here, and we've gone through here, and so and I just loaded up some dummy data, so because I scraped some data for someone else, so it's basically emailing me, so it's and it also actually like we've got it where it personalizes it. So, before when you were using Spintax, it would like you could put the company name in, but it was always, if you had like a very long name like Anthony Heating, Plumbing and Cooling of Kansas City, you'd have like, hey, your company, blah, spit out that big, company name. Now that the AI actually personalizes it, goes, hey, Anthony's has XYZ. So it shortens it like it's talking about an old friend. So it's really cool and personalized. We've wired in Jeremy Miner's closing techniques and things like that in this. But basically, we go through and each email is going to be absolutely unique to every business because we actually take all of the GBP data and send it into N8N, and it analyzes the bulk of the data to find the most glaring problems with the GBP. So whether that's like, the description not existing or something else like that. And we use multiple templates. And again, it's cold email, so it's really, really close, really short and direct, just to get the response. So, this one here says you got a ranking of 3.3, which affects the trust and visibility in your area due to high percentage of negative reviews at 50%. So he's got like 50% negative reviews. So that's really not good.
That sucks.
That is awful. So anyway, we've helped clients in the insurance sector turn things around.
Sounds like a lawyer.
Yeah. And so we've seen, we've gotten 47% increase in client inquiries in just a few months after optimizing your profile. Should I show you what I'd fix? And so I just responded, okay, you got my attention. What do I need to do? And they'll say, great to hear from you. Let's set up a quick 10-minute call to walk through how we can typically fix or what we fix and how we can help to improve your visibility. It picked time slots. And I said, do you have any other times on Friday? And it gave me times on Friday. And I said 11:30 would work. And then what happened is it actually inserted me, like sent my contact information into my agency's location and booked a call. And then after that, I got the confirmation email and text. So it will go back and forth. So I can say, what is this all about? And it knows, what the service is and things like that. So I can actually converse via the email. So it's like a chat bot, but for email.
Okay, this is so amazing. And I just want to understand, where is the Jeremy Minor stuff? Do you mean that's like in the
sales process,
contextual
basically
flow?
to book an appointment.
Yeah, it's in the prompting so that if somebody
Okay.
has
The
an
way it
objection,
talks.
it'll actually
So it
use
Yeah.
uses
minor
his
techniques.
NLP
NLP
terminology
techniques,
on
pretty
them.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Ooh, nice.
Yep. And we're
So
using
yeah, basically
Alex Berman email templates that are
Yeah.
nice and short and direct, things like
So
that.
in a nutshell, if you want to do cold outreach, you scrape data, you load up into a sub account, push them into a workflow, and wait for appointments to show up on your calendar. As long as you show up on the time, that's all.
So this will keep you from writing stupid emails.
Yes. And here's the thing, like we had in the cold outreach snapshot, right? The outreach snapshot, which we launched, like you said, we had Spintex. Back then, Spintex was a big deal. Now, well, Spintex is also, Google and all those platforms are also catching up on Spintex and all that. So this is the next version of it where AI is literally just going to write a brand new email every single time based on the data we provide to the,
It's always
agent.
different data for every
Everyone's going to be,
company. So, and
especially I
once,
love it how he keeps it low key and simple first email. And
Yep.
the thing is, we're not the strategy which we are going to, and we haven't added everything. Like you can do whatever you want once if we're going to release this as a snapshot, just FYI. But if you can do whatever you want with this, once you have access to it, you can build all the follow-ups and all that. But what we are going to do is we're not going to just reply, hey, by the way, after 3 days, did you check my email? Did you do that? Everyone hates that. I hate when people follow up like that. So and there's obviously we found the data as well where the most of the conversions which are going to happen after the first email. It never happens on second or third email. Okay, so how about we always send a first email? So that means we will do a follow-up email, but we'll push them back into the email flow again, generate a brand new email once again, and send that email again. We are not going to send in the same thread saying, hey, just touching base on that email I sent you. No, we're just literally just going to send another email in 3 days, brand new email. So every time it's going
Is
to
there a
send a new
component
email.
for the SMS as well?
nope.
Cold SMS, careful.
Yeah, not for the US, you don't.
This is cold system.
Yeah. Now you could do cold SMS in Australia maybe, but not here in the US.
Yeah.
So yeah. So just like Charles said, yeah, cold SMS.
How about voicemail drops?
I don't know that they would. I mean,
Maybe at a later
there's
version, we're still.
on the
It could be in the
cold calling
roadmap.
side. Yeah, on the cold calling side, there is an option to drop a drop a voicemail, but if you're gonna drop cold VMs, one, you don't get a lot of conversion on it at all, and two,
Yeah.
the only conversion you do get is somebody calling that number back, going, "I missed a call from this number." They don't check the voicemail. So if you do cold calling, like if you do like 50, 60 cold calls a day and you drop all those cold VMs, be ready to answer the phone. Like,
But here's what I also recommend: you load up the cold emails, and then after the email is sent, have a step for waiting for 2 hours, and then send a voicemail drop to that same
Yeah,
contact.
that's how I have it set. Yeah.
So yeah, double tap
and I
it,
think
send a cold
Charles was
email, and then
mentioning
voicemail drop as well.
Charles in a different meeting was mentioning something about Apple, some sort of new
Yeah,
release.
Apple's releasing. Yeah, so there are. Having said that, so that will be beneficial and also disadvantage in both ways. Like it depends on how you use that feature. So basically, for people who don't know, Apple's rolling out a new feature with the new iOS update, I think in September, where without even answering the phone, Apple's AI will pick up the phone and ask, what's this call all about? And then you would just see that as a message. And then if you want to pick it up, then you will pick it up. So that means if you're cold calling, there would be AI which would pick up the, ask all the questions needed. Like it would just be a basic questions. I don't think so you can customize all that, but still you'll have a basic understanding of who's calling and why they are calling. And then you can decide, oh, it looks like it's a cold call. I don't want to pick up, But if you can personalize it and really be strategic about that, that may be a beneficial thing. Where, hey, hold on, I think it's interesting. Let me pick it up. So then you'll have better whenever someone picks up, you'll have a better contact rate. For cold calling, contact rate is a big deal. So whenever someone picks up, there would be a better conversions at the end. So it's a positive and negative in both ways. It depends on how you take it.
And for the cold calling snapshot, when it does go through all the processes, it does do a phone validation. So
Yeah.
it will actually mark which call which phone numbers are landline or VoIP or mobile, that sort of thing. So then you can basically filter your list on mobile phone only. So then if you
Yeah.
do cold call on the mobile onlys, you're going to probably get a hold of the decision maker.
Correct. All right. I think we have two hand raised. Charles, you were the first one.
So unrelated, Pat, quick question.
Yep.
Do you know selling a subscription? I know that I could create a custom contact field, do a math calculation based on the subscription bought, whether it's 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year,
Yep.
to calculate the subscription renewal date or expiration date. The use case is I need to send this date to an external platform for a app validation license key.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So I need that expiration date. Do you know of any other way of getting a subscription renewal date?
Yeah, you could use code block inside a workflow. You can do you can do a ridiculous amount of stuff inside the code block. So I've gotten to where, like, if I have multiple workflows and I know that I'm going to end up using all of the different workflows, or I'm going to be processing all that data and all of them have a code block, I'll literally put all of that in one code block. So I'm only paying 1 penny instead of paying a penny like all over the place. But the
Well,
code
so I
block,
don't want to have, so here's the problem. I don't know what products I could, if I knew what products they were going to sell, like these are the only products they're ever going to sell, and these are the only terms that they're ever going to sell them with, I could go ahead and create all the custom contact fields. The problem is I don't know that.
You can pass. So I had a problem with this where,
and I really don't want to create a custom contact field. I'd really rather stay away from that. I just need to pass it through a webhook.
Right.
Hey, this is the email that signed up, and this is the subscription end date.
Yeah, you could do that too. So you could basically pass the email that signed up. When you do get a purchase, it's this weird ass little hack that HighLevel, like, you can see, like, oh, you purchased something. What was the purchase amount? Great. What was the tax? Awesome. What did I buy? Don't know. I mean, it's like it's the stupidest thing ever. But I, like, in the group, I did actually, I think it was Jacob Ratcliffe had actually sent me down the rabbit hole. But basically, you can send in the order JSON in a custom field, or in the input into the custom code block, and it will parse that data, and then you can go through and, like, you can basically say, like, if they bought this item, then set it to this. If they bought this item, set, then that way you could take that data, calculate the end date, and put that output as part of the webhook data. So just use case, I did this for the people that do the electric unicycle stuff. They have an event every year and they sell tickets. So they have, like, the adult tickets, they got the youth tickets, and then you can add on a jersey and you can do all this extra stuff. And
infinite variables. Yeah.
And it's just all those variables in like, they have the order form set up like a cart. So you can buy 5 jerseys, and I can do all this extra crap, and I can buy 10 tickets and 5 youth tickets. So when it comes through, I know what I knew what the whole order was. And before, I was trying to, like, figure out the math of, like, well, hell, how do I divide all this stuff up? But you basically can pass that order JSON, and then when that comes into the code block, you can basically cycle through that and go, oh, you bought this, 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 and this, or if that product is in there, you know what to actually add for your custom date. So I can pull. I'll cut a quick loom and send you an email.
If you don't
and
mind, I that would help me out a bunch. It's just
yeah, it's a
if I
pain.
knew
It's
what product,
absolute
if I
pain.
knew what products they were going to buy and like what the terms
Well,
or
that's the
sell
thing.
and
Like
what,
they need
there's just too
if
many variables there for me to build out a bunch of freaking
well
custom contact fields.
they
Like
need
that's
they
just
need
stupid.
an if they need an if block where you can say like if the product that they bought was this and it was this many quantity or something like that, like you would think that would be built in. It isn't. So we
Well,
gotta
and
we
see,
gotta we gotta
ideally,
hack into
I
the code
just
block.
yeah, and the code block I think would work better because ideally I want to be able to build a workflow that is ultimately universal. Like
Yeah.
all it does is take the freaking purchase data, I extract the two things I need out of it, and that's it.
Yep.
Like I just because getting them to create the product is one thing, but then that's fine. But then if I had to say, hey, every time you create a product to sell and different prices for different terms, I also need you to go in, add another trigger and update the if statement or add a new
Yeah.
custom contact. Like they're
So
just not going to do that.
here's what it looks like right here. So in this custom code, I put in the total and the line items is those are what I'm passing into the thing here. So you can do like order total cart price, and then here you put in order dot line items. That is not a custom field that's available at all. You just paste that in, and then what that looks like is it actually looks like the test data because I grabbed it and pulled the test data. So this is what the stuff looks like here, and then I can go through it and go, yeah, they got a jersey, they got this many, they got this, and then I can output that data, and then I can use that to either update custom fields or you can send it through the webhook. So the code
Okay.
block is really, really good because you can basically you can do any kind of JavaScript. You can make calls to the webhook from inside the code block, all kinds of stuff, like ridiculous levels of power inside that code block. So
Okay.
totally worth the premium action.
Yeah, um if you could just send me what you have in that code block just so I can use that as an example, that would be
Yep.
awesome. I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah. It took me forever to figure that out. And now it's one of those things you just put in your pocket and keep it for when
Well, and
somebody.
I mean, they've got a lot of hidden stuff like that, like the
Oh yeah.
pull
I mean,
requests
look,
and
that should
everything. Like,
be the order items and all this. The whole order object that should be like a custom webhook type object and stuff. That should be exposed when it comes through. Here's a purchase. Oh, boop boop boop. And I
well,
should be able
because
to
if you're
drill down and get
integrating
all
with
the.
any third party platform,
It
you're
doesn't.
gonna,
It
and that's
doesn't
what this
matter.
is. I
It
mean, I've,
doesn't matter. They should normalize the order
yeah,
the order
well,
object and just put it in there. It's all the same. I don't
okay.
care.
Well,
Make it
I'm glad
happen.
you figured it out because I looked through the API documentation, looked through the GitHub repository, looked through all the freaking document. I couldn't find crap on it.
Yeah, it was just a random hit. Like somebody was like, "Oh yeah, try this out," and it's like in the high level documentation, there's like, "Oh, you can do this weird thing where you can send your order items to a Google sheet and then pull from there," and it's like doing like order items split pushed, and I was like, "What the hell is that stuff?" So I just threw in order items. I was like, "Oh, it worked." So.
Nice.
So, yep, I'll send you the thing. Hit me up on Facebook. No, wait, you can't.
I'll I'll put my email in the chat.
All right. Jay, what's up?
Yeah, Pat. Just this cold email thing. Obviously, I mean, maybe this is an obvious question, but that doesn't have this the whole thing. It doesn't have to be used for finding people with poor GMBs, right? I want to be able to customize it to a different pitch.
Well, I mean, I built it specifically because I'm doing I'm doing like all the Review Genius stuff and the GBP management, right? So I built it more for the Review Genius type stuff. So if you wanted to edit the prompts, you could absolutely edit the prompts and
Okay,
twist
cool.
it like if you want SEO, websites, whatever,
I mean,
whatever else.
what's the angle you were thinking of? What's the offer?
Directory listing.
Yeah, you could definitely do something
Yeah,
like that.
Okay,
100% would work. again, at the end, you just want that data. Like, hey, you're not showing up, or your profile is not ranking. Oh, by the way, we also noticed you're not ranking highly on other directories. Just add that one thing to that same thing.
Well, I
Same
mean, if I
email.
can customize the prompts, then I'm good, right?
I mean, yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I mean,
customize the prompt,
Okay.
no doubt.
yeah,
All
it's
right. Very cool. Count me
they're
in.
pretty well
Take my money.
formulated. Yeah. Well, the good thing is like on the booking side, you only have to worry like you just only have to worry about having it booked. So the cold email side, you might have to edit your email and subject prompt so that like if you're asking if they want to be in a directory, you could delete the SEO description part, things like that. So it's just a matter of editing
I've got I've got my
nodes.
workflow with my emails pitch already. So
Yeah.
all I have to do is be able to
Yeah.
customize it. It's exactly how my workflow is supposed to be designed.
Yeah, customize the
Perfect.
prompt, test it a few times, make sure
Perfect.
send yourself like about 100 different emails to make sure the cold email comes out every time the way it needs
Yeah.
to, and then
Yeah.
you should be good.
Yeah. Sounds great, man. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Boo.
All right. Well, shoot,
Right,
2
we're
hours.
almost 2 hours in, man.
Yep.
Should we end this?
Yeah.
Any last thoughts? Anyone?
Are we boring you, Alfonso?
Oh, he's on another call.
He's on the phone. All right.
All right. Looks like there's no other comments, thoughts.
Nope. We got to this whole
Last
thing.
call.
Charles didn't drop an affiliate link.
Yeah, well.
God, you're slipping, Charles.
His
Yeah, and so did you find out why you're banned on Facebook? What'd you do?
I didn't. I have no idea.
he was
No idea.
using Facebook too much. That's the problem.
Maybe.
Blowing up Facebook servers.
There was a rash of bans, right? I saw a very good Facebook worker I follow. He was seeing some account issues as well.
But did he? So were there more bans? Because I know there were about like 10. Like, I know some people who knew about 10 people that got wiped out too.
Yeah.
So
That's what he's basically saying. He said one account got
is
well, you know,
there,
they just
did he have any
not,
kind of any way
not banned, not banned, but more or less limited, put on
suspended and all
hold,
that?
suspended, stuff like
I
that.
got flat suspended, dude. Like I don't have access to anything. I go to Facebook or Messenger and I just get the block page saying.
Did you add anybody else as an admin? That
Well, I mean, I've got people as admins on my pages and groups and stuff, but
okay.
I mean, I have no access to anything.
Well, that was his basic thing. He was basically, hey, look, guys, this is going to happen. Add somebody else as an admin or have another email as an admin. That way you can always get back in.
Yep.
Well,
Can I
having said that, since so this happened to me, I didn't got fully suspended, but I got suspended from editing my pages, posting on any Facebook groups, like literally posting on any Facebook groups, even my own Facebook groups. And like there were so many different weird restrictions which I never heard. And it was not for a week or a month, it was for one full year. So I came out of that 1 year of Facebook jail in Feb. Okay. So since that happened, when I came out, because I was not even confident about if it would really be released after 1 year. So I opened up a new profile as a backup profile just in case, right? Because it sucks to be in restrictions. Then after I came out, I'm like, well, this sucks. There's no way I can contact support and all that shit. So the only way to do that is if you pay Facebook for Meta Verified, you would literally be chatting with a human support agent. So that's what I did. I invested into that because my profile is very valuable. There's so much depends on Facebook with what I do. I don't want to lose access. And for whatever reason, stupidity of Facebook, not mine, they shut me down. I still have access to contact support so that at least I have a chance to get that thing back. So if you can, just get Meta verified. It's not for that blue check mark, it's for the support. That's what I'm paying for. Just in case. So it's like an insurance on my profile.
How much was it?
I think it's 15 or 20 bucks a month.
Hmm.
So, I mean, like I said, it's literally just an insurance for me, for my profile. Just in case something happens, I can contact someone and try to get it back rather than just being in this, black hole of, oh, hopefully they will read my appeal and then so I recommend everyone here, if you can, just get Meta verified, pay Facebook. But yeah, sorry, Lauren, to cut you off. You were asking something. Oh, you have a chat message.
I
Do you
popped
know
in
if
the
we
chat.
got recordings?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Go to university.gohighlevel.com with the email address which you used to buy the tickets. It should be in there. If not, just hit up support. They should be able to help you with that as well. Support as in high level support. But if you use the same email address and go to university, you'll see it.
Yeah, it's not in there, so I'll need to hit them up.
You should have gotten an email as well, because I think I got an email.
No, I didn't. That's why I asked.
All right, try every other emails you have, just in case. If not,
Cool.
support should be able to help.
Yeah.
All right, let's end this thing.
Yep. All right, guys. We will see you in a couple weeks.
See you all.
Thanks. Have a good night.